Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Welcome back here to Mando Field as we're set for game 19 of this regular season, slowly starting to come to a close here for Mocksville-Davie. Looking at the upcoming schedule, there's tonight versus Post 87, that's the senior HiToms. Gonna have one day off before coming back here to Mando, that's gonna be against the Post 8 Swines. Mocksville has one of their 3 wins against the Post 8 Swines so far in the season. That win comes all the way back on June 2nd. That was at Post 8, an 18-8 victory. They've played each other twice more. They end up losing both of those. Final score 5-4. That was back on June 10th. And then their upcoming game is going to be on the 29th. That once again is going to be back here at Mando. One more game against Post 87 as the HiToms will be back here at Mando on July 3rd, the day before Independence Day. Another 7 p.m. first pitch. Gonna take a quick look here at the lineups, starting for the HiToms. It's gonna be Reed Benamati. He'll be leading things off. He'll be followed by Gage Griffiths. Dylan Bullard will be batting third. In the cleanup spot, it'll be Maddox Perez. Luke Kermy will be behind him, batting in fifth. And at sixth will be Matt Moser, seventh Alex Carver, Landon Zephyr following him up in eighth, and then Ryan Oftahar will be batting in ninth, closing things off for Post 87, the HiToms. On the mound for the HiToms tonight will be Nick Salas. That's will be starting things off on the mound for Post 87. As for Mocksville, a familiar name will set to be leading things off once again for Mocksville. That'll be Hunter Daywalt, who took a couple games off during a scary injury happening a few weeks ago, taking a fastball up and in, and up clipping Daywalt. But he is back here tonight at Mando. Batting second will be David Thiel, who leads the team in batting average so far in the season. That'll be followed by Manny Morales, James Spencer, who went 4 for 4 just a couple nights ago. That'll be followed by Luis Sanchez, Ryan Williams, followed by the other Ryan of Ryan Robinson, Braden Carter, and then in ninth, that'll be Gabe McCurry. On the mound tonight will be Charlie Young for Mocksville. Gonna take a quick timeout here at Mando. I'll be back for the national anthem and first pitch here at Rich Park.
Yes, sir.
Welcome back here to Mando Field as we're set for Game 3 against the HiToms, looking to get back into the win column here tonight. Currently on a 9-game losing skid. 2 of those games were against these very same HiToms in High Point. On the mound tonight, it's going to be Charlie Young, who has the third most amount of pitches, not third most amount of innings thrown so far on the season. Comes in tonight, 16.1 innings pitched. He's played in 8 games, started in 1, making a second start here tonight. Currently sits with a 0-0 record. He's given up 23 hits, 23 runs, 15 of those being earned for a 4.2 ERA. 9 strikeouts with 19 walks. Alongside hitting 4, has ended up leaving on 22 on base so far on the season. As for a team ERA tonight, they come in tonight with a 9.3 ERA, 72 stolen bases against 7 caught stealing. There's been 13 3-up, 3-down innings, 22 have been 1-up and 2-up, 2-down, that is, and 53 lead-off outs. As we're set here for pitch number 1, that's going to be against Reed Benamati. On deck will be Gage Griffiths and Dylan Bullard. That will be the starting 3 tonight for High Point.
Reed Benamati, center fielder, 14.
The center fielder tonight leading things off for the HiToms. The first pitch from the left-hander upstairs, ball 1. 1-0 off-speed pitch once again misses upstairs from Charlie Young. Early 2-0 count to Reed Benamati. The 2-0 fastball just misses upstairs. Hardy down in the count 3-0. Outfield alignment for Mocksville, Morales in left, Williams in center, Robinson over and right, it's Spencer, Daywalt, Sanchez, and Thiel around the infield. The 3-0 just misses upstairs to Benamati. A 4-pitch walk will bring up Gage Griffiths. There's been 38 no-walk innings so far on the season. This won't be one here as a leadoff man reached by a walk. So far, 5 straight balls thrown from Charlie Young. "1-0, get me over curveball. First strike of the night comes against the 2-hole of Gage Griffiths. Count evens 1-1 as Charlie Young's already up to 5 pitches on the night, working from the stretch. Left-hander catches the inside corner. 1-2 now the count to the 2-hole of Griffiths. Close stance on the mound. The 1-2's upstairs. That's going to be snagged by McMurray behind the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Six 16.1 innings pitched so far in the season. I'm trying to get that up to around 20 here tonight. Already working a high pitch count here. Full count to Griffiths. He's walked 19 so far this season. 20 will be the runner on first at Benamati. The foot payoff pitch pop down the first base side. Gets out of play. We'll do it again. 3-2. Dylan Bullard waits on deck, followed by Maddox Perez and Luke Kimmery. The right-hander in the box awaits the payoff pitch. Downstairs, ball 4, back-to-back walks. Puts runners on first and second now for Dylan Bullard, the 3-hole.
Third baseman number 10, Dylan Bullard.
Coach Lovelace making his way out to the mound. Alongside of McMurray will be a pitcher-catcher-coach combination, talking things over on the mound. Much needed here after 2 straight walks to lay things off to Benamati and Griffiths. And so now it's Dylan Bullard, followed by Perez, Kimmery, Moser, Carver, Zephyr, and off to Har. As for Mocksville, Hunter Daywell, the shortstop, is set to lay things off, who should be holding on. The runner of Benamati at second. Instead, it'll be left for Sanchez, the second baseman. Back-to-back right-handers here for the HiToms. All speed just misses downstairs, ball one. Griffiths, Benamati, the two runners on base, they both reached on walks. Benamati on second, a 4-pitch walk followed by a full count walk. As a runner on first. The 1-0's popped up right field. Robinson calling for it, made the grab runner's tag. Throw goes into third. There's a tag from Spencer in time. It is not. Griffiths goes up on the tag as well. Could have had him doubled up at second. Instead, that puts runners second and third after the flyout to Robinson and right.
16, Maddox Perez.
First ball in play moves over the runners as Benamati reaches the third and Griffiths tags up and goes to second for the heavy-hitting Maddox Perez. The first pitch here from Young just misses upstairs, ball one. Young throwing a lot of pitches upstairs here early. One of the guys that might make him pay is Perez. A hitter's friendly ballpark here, 300 down the line, 342 to dead center. Breaking pitch just misses upstairs, maybe a tad bit in. 2 balls, no strikes here. $14 pitches so far in the night from Young. So far only 1 out. The 2-0's outside. Having trouble finding the strike zone here, 3-0. Looks like they're going to intentionally walk him here to load the bases to bring up Luke Kimmery.
Serve it out. See how far you can hit it.
Nowhere to put him now after the bases are loaded on walks. Perez reaches on an intentional walk, though, with a 3-0 count. Charlie Young looks like he's going to work from the windup. Indeed so. Coming now from the stretch. Fastball upstairs, ball one. I would take my time here and wait for a strike to be thrown. Young checking on Benamati at third. Griffith on second. The 1-0 catch is the inside corner. Completely fooled Kimmery. Fifth strike of the night thrown here to the 5-hole of Kimmery, averaging 1 strike a batter. Flied straight back. 1-2 now. The count has a chance to get out number 2. Over the night. Still here, top of the first. 1 out. Bases are loaded. Perez, Griffiths, and Benamati going around the base pass. Young shakes off his catcher. As here's the 1-2. Drop third base side. Dayswall coming into the plate. Gets the leadoff man. Was he able to hold on to it? Was not able to hold on to it. Was McMurray. 1 run comes across the score. Daywall throws a bullet home, but McMurray not able to hold on to it as Benamati is able to come across standing. 1-0 here in the first still. 1 out for bases loaded. Benamati comes in, Griffiths at third, Perez at second, Kimmery over to first. Apologies here, Spencer at third, Daywalt is at short. Swing and a miss, pitch downstairs, just like that, it's 0-2. Spencer at third, Daywalt short, Sanchez over at second, and Thiel. There's your first baseman here tonight. Spencer and Thiel playing in on the grass At infield playing back, looking to try and turn a double play here. Line into left field. That's going to bring home Griffiths. They'll just move up 90 feet. 2-0 here in the top of the first. RBI single from Moser in the left.
First baseman for 17, Alex Carver.
Here comes Alex Carver up to the dish. Another left-handed bat for the HiToms. If he pulls one in the right, has a chance to score more than one. Especially hitting behind the runner on second. Get me over off-speed pitch. Called us right now. 0-1. As HiToms have 2 runs on 1 hit, 1 Mocksville error, alongside 3 walks so far here in the first. Corner infielder still playing in, even with the grass. And middle infielders playing back. 0-1's outside on the left-hander. A ball and a strike. Perez on third, Camry on second, and Moser is your runner on first. This will be the 26th pitch of the first. The 1-1. Foul tip straight back, caught by McMurray. Getting ahead in the count now, 1-2. As it looks like Charlie Young might have to do anything he can to get the second and third outs here in the first. That error is the 44th of the season. Mocksville coming in tonight with a fielding percentage of a .903. 1-2 outside, nearly gets away from McMurray, diving out to his left, just able to hold on to it. That evens the count 2-2. 49 wild pitches on the season, 11 pass balls against Mocksville's pitching staff. The 2-2. Upstairs just a tad high, says the home plate umpire. Second full count of the inning. And that's one resulted in a walk. That was Gage Griffiths, who just came across the score on the RBI single from Matt Moser. The payoff pitch, downstairs, ball 4, brings home another run as Perez makes the trot from third to home as it's 3-0 here in the first. Another right-hander at the box. It's Landon Zephyr. As we're already down to the 8-hole. Have a chance to bat around here in the first. Corner infield still playing in here. First pitch catches the inside corner. No balls and a strike here to Zephyr. As for Charlie Young, this will be his 30th pitch. So far, only 12 strikes, as he's already faced 7 batters. The 0-1 down in. Did it clip him? No. And Camry will remain on third, as that nearly got away from McMurray behind the plate. Mocksville pitching staff has left 127 on base so far this season, through this being the 19th game of the season. Although there's been a lot more that has come across to score. So that pitch misses downstairs, 2-1. So far, there's been 178 runs that have come across and scored for the opponent. Swing and a miss there, and Landon Zephyr evens the count, 2-2. 178 runs so far, not including the 3 tonight. 136 of those being earned runs. The 2-2. Chop down the first base side. That's going to go foul. Count remains 2-2 here to the 8-hole of Landon Zephyr. Camry at third, Moser at second. Carver stands on first after an RBI walk, making it 3-0. 3 runs on 1 hit so far for the HiToms. The 2-2. Line to left field. Morales giving a chase over his head. Not able to make the grab just barely as he did jump back over to his right. Camry tags up at third, comes home for the 4th run here in the top of the first.
That's way too early. Throw the ball to third. We're not even close. We're not paying attention.
Apologies here as there's a pole right here in front of Morales as I thought that went up over his head. First pitch here is upstairs to the 9-hole of Ryan Oftahar, that is. Leadoff waits on deck. Lined over the short Daywall, takes the 2-hopper, flips it over to Sanchez at second. And that's how the top of the first comes to a close. 4 runs on 1 hit, 1 Mocksville error. Home half of the first coming up after this, it's Daywall, Thiel, and Morales. Welcome back here to Mando Field, home half of the first, set to lead things off in his first game here at Mando in a while, Hunter Daywall. First pitch offering here, chop fouled. No balls and a strike here to the leadoff man. Man on the mound for the HiToms, Nick Salas. Hard throwing right-hander, already on the mound, ready to work. Firing in the 0-1, grounded over the short Zephyrs there. Ranging to his left, firing over the first just in time over the Carver. 1 up, 1 down here in the first.
First place number 23, David Thiel.
Here comes David Thiel, who's leading the team in batting average so far in the season. So far sitting with a 465. He's had a hit in his last two. That was both against the senior HiToms. Down the count 0-1 here against Salas. Swing and a miss over the off speed. Just like that, 0-2. As for Thiel, he's only struck out once against HiToms this season. That is going to be number 2. Slider started inside, caught the heart of the plate. 2 up, 2 down here against Thiel. He was unhappy there about the strikeout. And this will bring up Manny Morales. Morales started off the season hot, working from the left-handed side. First pitch offering here, swing and a miss, 0-1. Foul tipped, 0-2. As for Morales, he's batting a .244 so far through 45 at-bats. Sal's off the back of the mound, working things over with his third baseman, Bullard, as the home plate umpire came back behind home plate to pick up a foul ball. Bullard playing in the shortstop gap as the 0-2 misses outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And 1-2, swing and a miss. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Salas. Will end the first inning. That's to bring up the top of the lineup up in the second. Benamati, Griffiths, and Bullard. 2 of them reaching on a walk. Top 2 coming up right after this. Coming back here, top of the second inning. Leadoff man up for the HiTom, Reed Benamati. Ended up reaching on a walk, a 4-pitch walk that is, ended up scoring. Off of the fielder's choice error, Dispenser at third. On the mound remains to be Charlie Young working from the stretch. First pitch here in the second, upstairs once again, 1-0. Young had some problems in the first, missing upstairs. So far, that's how the second inning comes to a start. 2 pitches upstairs, 2 balls, no strikes. As for Young, he's closing in on 40 pitches. This pitch should be 2 pitches, that is. Sitting at 38 so far through 1 inning of work. Popped up. Just behind short. Daywall calling for it, makes the grab, out number 1. A quick 1 up, 1 down here in inning number 2. That's the 54th leadoff out of the season here in the 19th game. Did not happen back in the first. As for Mocksville, they set at a 53% strike percentage. That's just a hair below average so far tonight. As Charlie Young's thrown 40 and 18 strikes. The 0-1 now just catches the top half of the zone as Gage Griffiths is down the count 0-2. He walked on a full count back in the first, ended up scoring on the RBI single from Matt Moser. 0-2 inside, nearly clips him. A ball and 2 strikes. Spencer playing about 2 steps back behind the third base. As for Thiel, he's playing around the same over at first. Chop fouled. Count remains 1-2.
Okay.
44 errors on the season so far for Mocksville. On average, just over 2 errors a game, which definitely isn't helpful and is part of the reason of why Mocksville is sitting with a 3-15 record. Their most recent win comes all the way back on June 4th. It was a 15-5 victory over Concord. They followed that up the night before with an 18-8 victory. Since then, they haven't won a game. That's been 9 straight, as that's downstairs 2-2. Not looking good here in the second, already trailing 4-0. Two previous matchups against HiToms was 11-1 loss and a 3-2 loss. Kerbal just misses upstairs. 3-2.
You got some more problems out there?
A payoff pitch upstairs, ball 4, back-to-back walks here for Griffiths. Here comes Dylan Bullard up to the plate. He flew out to right back in the first for out number 1. Umpire last night in a junior legion game, completely opposite of this home plate umpire. Calling a much bigger strike zone just a night ago. Pickoff move with the first, gets away from Thiel and up the right field line. Ends up tripping down was Thiel. Robinson coming in as Griffiths will go first to third as the ball gets away. Will he hold up on third? He will. Pickoff move there results in another error as we sit 90 feet away from the 5th run. First one here in the second. A decent move there from Young, but Thiel not able to hold on to it as that went way up the line. As that throwing here from Young will bring in the infield. Thiel, Sanchez, Dale, and Spencer going around from first to third. Upstairs, ball 1 to Dylan Bullard. If he did what he did back in the first, he'd have a sac fly and bring home the 5th run of the game. Swing and a miss. 1-1 now the count. Throw a pitch downstairs. Got a chase from Bullard. As the count evens. Charlie Young just 2 pitches under, sending in a 500 or a 50% strike rate. Trying to find a way to get out of the second inning. Upstairs, ball 2. Once again, Young's been missing upstairs quite a bit so far tonight. 2-1 the count. Once again, working from the stretch. Firing it in downstairs, nearly bounced off the dirt. 3-1. If Bullard reaches, it will bring up Maddox Perez, who reached on a 3-0 intentional walk back in the first to load the bases. Has a chance to do it again here in the second. Caught the inside corner. Bullard thought it was ball 4. Instead, it will bring the count full. The payoff pitch upcoming. The 3-2 grounded third base side can be picked up by Daywall. Has one play over the first, over the field in time. And that will bring home Griffiths to the plate 5-0 here in the second after the ground out to Daywall. Bases are now empty from Maddox Perez. 5-0 here in the second. Three batters up, 2 outs, 1 has come across the score. Popped up straight back, no balls and a strike. That's for Gage Griffiths. He's reached twice on a walk, he's scored twice. One coming on an RBI single to left, that was from Matt Moser. The second time after the RBI grounded from Dylan Bullard after going first to third on a throwing error. The 0-1's upstairs, ball and a strike. That's the 56th pitch of the evening from Charlie Young. Through 1 2/3 of an inning. The 1-1. Popped up. Middle center field ranging to his left. Williams makes the grab for out number 3.
1 run. No hits.
1 run, no hits, 1 Mocksville error. We'll go to the home half of the second. 5-0 in favor of the HiToms. Coming back here, bottom of the second, Mocksville trails at 5-0. Trying to get something started here is James Spencer. Spencer working from the right side. First pitch misses outside from Nick Salas. 1-0 the count. So far only 1 hit from either side. That comes back in the first, and Matt Moser with an RBI single in the left. 2 balls, no strikes to count to James Spencer, who's leading things off here in the second for Mocksville. Catches the inside corner, 2-1.
How come we got to throw it to Dixie Cup?
James Spencer betting a .538 so far through 13 at-bats. He evens the count now, 2 balls, 2 strikes. As Spencer watch that one go on the outer half of the plate. So far as 3 hits. 6 hits, that's going to be number 7 as that drops right next to the right field line. First base knock of the night for Mocksville. comes off the bat of James Spencer down the right field line, having his fourth single of the season.
Luis Sanchez.
First one since June 20th against Post 8. There comes Luis Sanchez to the plate. First pitch catches the top half of the plate. Looks to be a slider from Nick Salas. Hardy looking solid here from the stretch. Much different look than a windup that we've seen entirely through the first inning. First pitch downstairs gets away from Perez. Spencer reaches up to second. Takes second easy after the pass ball from Perez. That evens the count 1-1 against Luis Sanchez. 116 total hits so far this season for Mocksville. With an 18 doubles and 3 home runs. Swing and a miss there. Put Sanchez behind the count, 1-2. As for Sanchez, he's been to 200 so far in the season. He has 2 hits, 2 singles, one coming back against the very same HiToms. Grounded over the short. Gonna have to hurry Zephyr over the first in time to Carver. Out number 1, but that moves over Spencer to third, 90 feet away from bringing home the first Mocksville run of the night.
Center fielder number 4, Ryan Williams.
Ryan Williams now up to the dish. First pitch fouled straight back. Sounded weird off the bat. May have got a piece of something else, not too sure here. 0-1 to count to Williams. Williams batting a .333 through 27 at bats. Will not matter here as that ran inside, clipped Williams, and output runners on first and third. One out.
13, Ryan Robinson.
That's his third hit by pitch. Had one back in his last game on June 26th against his very same HiToms squad. Mocksville with 8 stolen bases on the season. They've been caught 7 times. Will they risk it here with Williams on first? First and third situation here. Spencer on third. First pitch outside, ball 1 to the 7-hole of Ryan Robinson.
Yeah, Ryan.
Robinson's batting a even 100 through 20 at bats, 2 base knocks. Needing one here as that's upstairs, ball 1. He hasn't had a base knock since June 20th against the Post 8 Swines. He struck out 4 times on the season. He's had 3 walks. 2-0 the count here. Up and out. 3 balls, no strikes here to Robinson. Will he have the green light? So that was the 1 1/3 so far. That just barely was able to catch the outside corner. Trying to work it back now. 3-1. Aceves is up to 24 pitches. That's for Mocksville and Charlie Young. He's at 57. Through 2 complete. The 3-1 now. Swing and a miss. Brings the count back to full after falling behind 3-0. It's 3-2 now to the 7-hole Robinson. Salas had a quick 1-2-3 inning. So far a bit longer here in a second, trying to extend it as much as possible. As a payoff pitch, outside ball 4 loads the bases. Nick Salas not too happy there. And here comes 8-hole Braden Carter.
Braden Carter.
So far, 1 walk in the inning comes back in the top half. That was against Gage Griffiths. He ended up coming across the score for the 1 run here in the second inning. Trying to calm the man on the mound down is Perez and Bullard, the third baseman. Coach not making his way out, so it's just a thing between players. We're at 8-hole. First pitch here to the 8-hole. 178. Batting 178 on the season, the 1-0 just catches the outside corner. Marks from the off-speed pitch, evens the count 1-1. He has 8 base knocks so far in the season, the most recent coming back against the Swines as well. The 1-1 off-speed pitch catches the outer half of the plate. Down to the last strike. Due to Carter. McMurray waits on deck, the 9-hole, catching a night for Mocksville. The 1-2 needs to put a ball in play. That's upstairs, won't do it. He evens it 2-2. As for Carter, he's come across home plate and scored 9 times. He's been 4 times struck out 9. Trying to avoid this being number 10. Popped up in the infield. Should be an infield fly. Get back to third. That's going to drop. Doubling up. Gets away. Pace running mishap. Nearly able to double him up. Now in the third. Is he able to play the tag? He is. Williams gets doubled up in third. Infield fly brings out Carter. Spencer able to come home on the mishap. Williams gets thrown out at third. Misplay here. Lovelace over at the first baseline thinking he's safe. So does everyone here in the grandstand. Looks like this is how the inning's going to come to a close. Top of the third coming up right after this. 5-1 going into the third inning. Coming back here, top of the third inning, after the very confusing way to end the home half of the second, Mocksville was able to come across to score one. It was Spencer, who originally tried to score on the infield fly, had to retreat. McMurray's throw went wild. Apologies. Yes, Perez's throw went wild. And it was pure confusion after that. Spencer was able to finally come across the score. As we're down in the count 2-0 to Camry from Charlie Young. That was pitch number 60 for Spencer. 59, that is. Through just a tad over 2 innings of work. Just missing the inside corner. 3-0 the count now to the leadoff man of the inning, that being Luke Kimmery, who reached on a fielder's choice. That brought home the first run of the game, that being Reed Benamati. 4-pitch walk here will bring up Matt Moser. Moser reaching an RBI single into left, right in front of Morales, back in the first. The only base hit of the night so far for the HiToms. Pickup move for the first. David Thiel able to hold on to it. So far, there's been 72 stolen bases against. First pitch swinging over into left field. Morales is there, makes the grab, getting it in quickly for out number 1. This will bring up Alex Carver after Moser flies out the Morales.
First baseman number 7.
A 1-pitch out there has something that Charlie Young most desperately needs here in the 3rd inning. Young has the 3rd most amount of innings so far on the season. So far, or coming in tonight, 16.1 innings of work. Behind him, it's James Spencer 17.1 and Tucker Hobbs at 19 flat. Young so far has sole possession of second. Inside, gets away as a runner will take off for second, reaching in, easily standing 180 feet away now from the 6th run of the game for the HiToms. That just got away from McMurray. Cameron moves up the second, the 1-0, down and out. That's stopped up by McMurray behind the plate. 2 balls, no strikes. Man at the plate is the left-handed Carver, who's coming tonight 0 for 0 after a RBI walk back in the first. With a 2-0, upstairs 3-0. So far, 6 walks on the night for Charlie Young, who had 19 coming in tonight, sitting a total of 25. 3-0, right down the heart of the plate, 3-1.
Do it again. He hits it.
The coaches for the HiToms appears to be saying, don't swing until you get a strike. Now he's got one. Here's the 3-1. Line to right field. That's going to be dropping back behind a Robinson. Coming around third to score, Kimmery. Still at the outfield fence. Throw nearly gets away from Sanchez. Over in shallow right center field. Kimmery does come across the score, 6-1 here in the 3rd. Switching places with his man is Carver after the RBI double. Two base knocks here for Young. Here's the 8-hole for Zephyr. Had a sac fly back in the first. As a runner in second here in the 3rd. Big swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. No balls and a strike. Young up to 68 on the night. No one holding on his man as Sanchez closing in on second. Get me over, curveball. Gets the heart of the plate. No balls and 2 strikes. Theo playing back at first. Would be a chance to push a bunt down the first base line. The 0-2 swing and a miss. Strikeout number 1 of the night comes here against Zephyr for Charlie Young. This will bring up the 9-hole of Rhino off to Har. Ooh, apologies there. First pitch offering here, ugly swing and a miss. Chase something outside, no balls and a strike. Off to Har was a part of a fielder's choice that ended the first. Daywalt the Sanchez is what ended the first inning. Popped up. Daywalt underneath of it, trailing back to his original starting position, able to make the grab out number 3. It's going to be the 9-1-2 hole coming up to start the home half of the 4th. McMurray, Daywalt, and Thiel. Mocksville trailing 6-1.
You can throw it to backup. Oh my gosh, you can throw it to backup. Oh my gosh, you can throw it.
McMurray.
Coming back here, home half of the 3rd, Mocksville was able to push 1 home in the 2nd before giving up 1 in the top half of the 3rd and trailed by 5. First pitch from McMurray popped up right field side. First baseman Carver calls off his man at second off to Har, out number 1.
Shortstop number 8.
Here comes the top.
Daywalt.
Hunter Daywalt, so far this season, has done extremely well here at Mando. Trying to keep it going here tonight. First home game in a while here for Daywalt. First pitch just misses outside, ball 1. Daywalt's first home game since June 2nd, I do believe. He played on June 26th against the HiToms and not since June 2nd after being out due to an injury and sickness. A ball and a strike now against Daywalt. Low and out, 2-1 now the count. As there's a new man on the mound, that's Zephyr. As for the outfield position here after the 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Griffiths in left. Then Amadi in center, Kimry in right. Bullard, Salas on left side of the infield. Off to Har at second and Carver over at first. The 2-2 swing and a miss. Sits down Daywalt on a strikeout. 2 up, 2 down here will bring up David Thiel, who struck out back in the first.
First baseman for 23, David Deal.
First pitch misses downstairs at Thiel. 1-0 the count from Zephyr. Back in the first, I think Salas had a 3-up, 3-down inning. As for Zephyr, he's looking to do the same. Downstairs 2-0. Looking here for Salas, he ended up throwing 31 pitches, and that's all the HiToms wrote for him tonight. 3-0, now the count to Thiel. Salas gave up 1 hit, 1 run, was not an earned run, 1 walk and 2 strikeouts. The 3-0 right down the heart of the plate, called a strike, 3-1 for David Deal. Not lifting his bat off the shoulder, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes a chance to either end the inning or extend it. The payoff pitch, outside chopped. That's going to go foul. In foul ground, we'll do it again. 5 walks of the season for Thiel. Struck out 4 times. And he's got 20 base knocks. 16 singles, 4 doubles. Most recently back on June 24th. That was against the HiToms. That's going to be chopped again off the foot. Two pitches after getting 2 strikes. And Steele looks to continue the inning. He's working in the front of the box. Not something you usually see here with 2 strikes, but trying to avoid anything but a strikeout as that's grounded down the third base side. Gonna be a play from the backhand of the shortstop, Salas, who started things over on the mound, firing it over the Carver. 3 up, 3 down here in the third will take us to the 4th inning. It's going to be Benamati, Griffiths, and Bullard. High Point leads at 6-1. Coming back here, top of the 4th inning, HiToms leads at 6-1. So far, they pushed home 4 runs in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third for their 6 runs. They got 2 hits, no errors. For Mocksville, 1 run on 1 hit, 2 Mocksville errors. I think it's off top of the lineup of Benamati. Big swing and a miss there, 0-1 from Charlie Young. First pitch strikes here are huge. As the 0-1 now chopped fouled. Just able to get a piece of it. Down the count now 0-2.
Okay.
So far he's 0 for 1 with a walk. Ended up scoring back in the first for the first run of the night. The 0-2 just missing the inside corner. Near clip Benamati's left elbow as it was up and in. Here's a 1-2. Popped up first base side. That's going to get out of play. Count remains 1-2 here from Charlie Young. 76th pitch of the night. And it looks like they're going to rely on Charlie Young. Bullpen remains quiet. 1-2. Up and in, same spot as before, same result, 2-2.
You got a key to the game. You not gonna be here Tuesday? Yeah, I'll be
The 2-2. Low and in. And after going up 0-2, he's now down the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Spencer, Daywalt, and Sanchez steal around the infield. Morales, Williams, and Robinson in the outfield. On the plate, McMurray. The payoff pitch, outside, ball 4. Started the at bat 0-2. 4 straight balls will bring Benamati to first. 3 of the 4 innings so far have started off with a walk. Seven walks so far tonight. First pitch down the right field side. That's going to be caught by Robinson, trying to double him up. Instead, he'll hold on to it. As Gage Griffiths will not walk for a 3rd time tonight. Griffiths flies out to right for the first out here in the 4th. This will bring up Dylan Bullard. Bullard's 0 for 2, flying out to right, but has an RBI grounding out to Daywall at short. First pitch offering here, down and in, ball 1. Although it didn't hit Bullard, it definitely did appear to sting him. A little bit of a muscle spasm right down in his right leg. Runner on first, that's Benamati, the leadoff man, who drew a walk. The 1-0 is inside as well. 2-0 now the count. Bullard's put the ball in play twice. Although he has a chance here for a walk in the 4th, as he's down in the count 3-0. As that pitch missed upstairs. On deck is the catcher, Maddox Perez. Reached on an intentional walk, and he's flown out into left center field. Taking off, pick off, David Thiel's throw over the second. Gets blocked up by Benamati. Young read that perfectly, but the throw just a tad bit late as Benamati is able to take second. Still 3-0 the count to Bullard. Looks like it may not have mattered here as Bullard might take a 4-pitch walk. Sanchez holding on to his runner at second. The 3-0. Fouled straight back, swinging on a 3-0. Had a pitch upstairs, tried to put it in the left field trees. Instead, it comes right back here behind us. 3-1. Benamati stands on second. The 3-1 now. Downstairs. That's going to get away from McMurray as that bounced 2 feet in front of home plate. That will walk Bullard. Puts runners on first and third. Benamati took third, Bullard the first, and Coach Lovelace out to the mound. Going to take a quick break here, and it looks like we might have a pitching change. Indeed so. So we'll take a quick break, and I'll be back right after this as Daywall will take the mound. Coming back here, it's going to be the fourth batter here in the fourth. New man on the mound, that's Hunter Daywall, making his third pitching appearance of the season, starting his third inning of work so far through 2 innings. He started 1 game. Pitch misses downstairs. Runner takes off for third. For second, that is. As Bullard takes second, as he's able to read the pitch downstairs. McMurray not able to keep it in front of him. Henfield coming in now for Daywall, sitting with a 10.5 ERA. 3 hits, 3 runs, 3 being earned, 2 walks, 2 hit by pitches, 1 strikeout. Count evens 1-1. One out here for Perez, the 4-hole. Low and out, 2-1 from Hunter Daywall. Spencer, Bailey Sanchez Steele playing in. Bailey takes over at short for Daywalt, who's now on the mound. Line to left field. Way over the head of Morales as he took 2 steps in. Here comes Benamati, and he'll score standing. Bullard comes in standing. 2 runs will hit the plate. 8-1 from the RBI double from Perez. As for Charlie Young, he gave up 6 runs, 2 being earned, 8 walks on the night, alongside 1 strikeout and 2 hits. 85 pitches thrown, 40 strikes for 21 batters faced. Luke Henry's first pitch grounded over to third. Spencer looks back his runner, firing over to Thiel, out number 2. Able to hold Perez at second. Spencer did what he was supposed to and keep an eye on Perez and walk him back to the bag before firing it over in the field to retire Kimmery. And here comes Matt Moser, who's 1 for 2. Had the first base knocked back in the first inning. Down and out, nearly got away from McMurray. Had an RBI in the first as well. And flew out to left in the third. 8 runs on 3 hits for the HiToms. Catches the outer half of the plate, brings it back now, 1-1. Man at the plate, that's Salas. Apologies here, making his first at bat. Low and out, 2-1. Salas started things off on the mound for the HiToms. Now he's in the plate. Taking over on the mound, that's Landon Zephyr, whose spot comes up here in just a few batters. Blocked down in the dirt, McMurray not able to keep it in front of him, as Perez will take third. 3 balls and a strike now for Hunter Daywalt. Salas trying to help his cause here. As the HiToms hold a 8-1 lead. That's where Salas through 2 innings gave up 1 hit, 1 run, 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. Down and out, called a strike. Full count upcoming here to Salas. His current spot's 0 for 2, has yet to reach base. Trying to keep it the same here from Hunter Daywalt to the new man of Salas. Payoff pitch outside, gets away. Perez will hold up at third. Full count walk will bring up of Alex Carver. The 7th batter of the inning coming up, that's Carver. Leadoff man started the inning with a walk. That's Benamati. Benamati and Bullard both came in to score. First pitch down and in, ball 1. One of the count here, lined into right field. That's going to drop in for a single. Here comes Perez around third. He'll score. Throw coming in the second. Salas will remain on the bag. A 2-out base knock here brings home the ninth run as it's 9-1 here in the fourth.
Logan Zephyr.
Maddox Perez accounts for 3 runs scored here in the fourth. And a 2 RBI doubled and came across the score just a second ago. Down the count here, 0-1 is Zephyr. Appears that the TH is going to be killed as the 0-1 catches the inside corner. Hunter Dayball ahead in the count here, 0-2. Carver on first, Salas on second. There's a chance now for Dayball to get strikeout number 1 of the night and end the fourth. Swing and a miss there. That's going to do it. Strikeout number 1 for Dayball. Back-to-back strikeouts for Zephyr will end the fourth. Bottom 4 coming up. It's going to be Morales, Spencer, and Sanchez. 9-1 coming up, bottom of the fourth. Coming back here, home half of the fourth. Mocksville trailing 9-1 as they're currently in the midst of a 9-game losing streak. Zephyr on the mound for the HiToms. At the plate, Manny Morales. Just like that, down the count 0-2. Morales struck out back in the first. Fouled straight back, count will remain. Man on deck is James Spencer. He's 1 for 1. So far, the only base knock from Mocksville. Up to 17 pitches here for Zephyr. This will be 18 as the 0-2 catches the outside corner. Morales will watch that one go by as that was just a tad bit outside. Does not matter here. An 8-run game. You ought to keep anything close away from the umpire's discretion. Here comes James Spencer. Spencer singled to start the second, ended up coming across the score as the first pitch singles into left field. 2 base hits on the night for Spencer. 1 into right field, this one into left, just gets past Bullard at third. A 1-out single here will bring up The number 10 of Luis Sanchez. And so Sanchez, he's 0 for 1, grounding out the short. That being of Zephyr, who's now on the mound. 8 stolen bases on the season for Mocksville. 7 caught stealing. First pitch swinging. Fly into right field. Second baseman there to make the grab. That's off to Har. Out number 2. 3 men have come up. 2 outs. Here's now a chance for Ryan Williams to keep the inning alive here in the 4th.
Ryan Williams.
Trying to keep it any chance from being a 10-run game and try and bring it back to as close as they can. That misses inside. Ball 1. Williams was hit by a pitch back in the 2nd. I don't know what I want, but yeah. 2 balls, no strikes. Popped up, got a piece of something that's in play, and that's going to be caught by Zephyr just at the right field foul line. Out number 3. Four men come up to the plate here in the 4th. Only 1 base knock. That comes from James Spencer, who's 2 for 2 on the night. Top of the 5th coming up after this. Mocksville trails by 8. Top of the 5th inning. Daywalt will remain on the mound as we're set to get things going here in the top of the 5th inning. First pitch swinging fly into center field. Ranging right in front of him, able to make the grab. Out number 1 as Williams was able to come in for it. 1 up, 1 down here for Hunter Daywalt. That was Ryan Oftahar, who led things off in the 5th. Jeez. First pitch here misses inside to Ben Amadi. He's walked twice and flew out the short. Downstairs 2-0. On deck is Gage Griffiths. Two balls, no strikes. 1 hopper to short. Bailey fires it over the first, not in time. Had a chance to run in and make the grab. Instead, he plays the 1 hopper. Can't fire it over the field. A quick running leadoff man at Ben Amadi. A 1-out base knock will bring up Griffiths. Benamati at first. First pitch, the Griffiths catches the inside corner from Daywall. No balls and a strike. The 0-1 off-speed pitch catches the outside corner on the 2-hole Griffiths, and he's down the count 0-2. Ends up plunking him on the 0-2 count. That ran inside from Daywall. As for Griffiths, he's 0 for 1. He flew out to right, he's been walked twice, had scored on both, and currently stands on first. Here's Dylan Bullard, who's 0 for 2. He's walked and scored. First pitch swinging into left field. Spencer gave it one look, coming around third. Here comes Benamati. Quick throw, gets away, and up to 30 goes as Griffiths. Going first to third as Morales just expected Benamati to, I believe, just wait on third. He did not. And here comes Perez. Working from the stretch, first pitch catches the outside corner. No balls and a strike as the HiToms hold a 9-run lead here in the 5th. Runner goes. Popped up third base side. Spencer giving chase. Makes the grab. Out number 2. Second time tonight, Perez has been put out. A fly to left center field, now a fly out to third. And a 2 RBI double and an intentional walk. Here comes Coach Lovelace out, and it looks like we might have a pitching change. I'm not talking just things over with Hunter Daywall. We'll take a quick break here. 9-run lead for the HiToms. Text Haley and say I'm getting drinks in there too. So if the lady forgets, give it to us. Runner stays off, picked up by Spencer at third, firing it over to Thiel. Able to hold on to the bag. Out number 3, bottom of the 5th we go. 9-run lead will continue in play 6. 10-1 going home half of the 5th. Coming back here, bottom of the fifth. First man up is Ryan Robinson, I do believe. So far, he's walked back in the second. Top half of the zone called a strike. Ball and a strike. As for Zephyr, he's doing 25 pitches. Swingled into right field, and that's the third base knock of the night for Mocksville. This comes off the bat of Ryan Robinson. Singling past Carver at first. A leadoff base knock will bring up Braden Carter. Braden Carter.
Braden Carter.
Carter's 0 for 1. He was involved in a weird double play back in the second. He did technically fly out. It was an infield fly. And a runner got thrown in at third, but Spencer did come across a score. So far, that's the only one run that Mox has been able to push across home plate. Down the count here, 0-1 on a pitch that was upstairs. The 0-1. Hopping in, 1-1. Yeah, I told you. 1-1, line to left field. Griffiths giving a chase, trying to field for the wall, took it 2 steps, and on the grass. Unfortunately, able to make the grab for out number 1.
How about number 17, Joshua Phelps.
Here comes Joshua Phelps to the plate. Swing and a miss there, 0-1 from the pinch hitting Phelps. Phelps wearing number 17 so far in the season. This will be his 11th at bat. He has 1 base knock, batting an even 100 on the season. Chop down the third base side. 0-2. Blake Little, the third base coach, not able to make the grab. Trying to do it nonchalantly. His 1 base knock comes against Post 8. That was the Swans on June 19th. End up going 1 for 1, which I could only assume was another pinch hitting opportunity. The 0-2 grounded over the short. Salas off Demur over the first, not in time. 6-4 fielder's choice. Able to beat that out just barely for 2 outs. Now up to the top of the lineup is Hunter Daywall. Runner remains on first. New man down to the bullpen for Mocksville. First pitch here, downstairs, ball 1 to Daywall. He is 0 for 2, he's grounded out and struck out. Here's the 1-0 to Daywall. Top half of the zone called a strike as the count evens 1-1 apiece. 1-1 downstairs in the dirt. That's blocked up by Perez. Phelps will remain on first. Under the lights here at Mando. Swing and a miss at a pitch downstairs in the dirt. 2-2 the count. Mox has 1 run on 3 hits and 1 post 87 in the air. As for the HiToms, they have 10 runs, 6 hits on 2 Mocksville errors. The 2-2 grounded down a third base side. Stopped up by the shortstop. Long throw, not in time. An infield single for Hunter Daywall as Carver did the splits to try and reach out and grab the ball from the shortstop Salas, who made a jumping throw in the gap. I thought that for sure had eyes in the left field, but regardless, Daywall reaches on an infield single, and Phelps reaches up to second. Here comes Steele. He as well is 0 for 2. First pitch catches the outside corner. Strikeout in the first, grounded out to short in the third. Back in the first, he definitely was not too pleased with the strike 3 call as he watched that one go by. Watching that one downstairs, 1-1 the count. The 1-1, grounded third base side. That's going to be taking a bad hop there, firing over the first. That one's going to be out from Bullard to Carver. Nearly pulls Carver off the bag as Bullard had a chance to just step on third. Instead, he took the play to first for Carver as we'll head to the top of the 6th. Mocksville still trails by 9. The 10-run rule is still not in effect here, but a chance for it to be here in the top half if the HiToms are able to score 1 or more runs. Top 6 coming up, it will be Sellers, Carver, and Zephyr. Coming back here, top of the 6th inning here at Mando Field. On the mound, Manny Morales will take over for Hunter Daywalt, who goes back to his positioning at shortstop. And Bailey has done his work as he'll go back to the bench. Popped up, will the stay in play. Thiel giving a chase towards the first base line, able to make the grab and foul ground. Out number 1. One up, one down will bring up Alex Carver. So far from Mocksville, they've had 38 no-walk innings. Has yet to do it so far tonight. Had a chance in the 5th, but there had been a hit by pitch, so it technically does count. But in the eyes, to me, a hit by pitch is still a free base. Especially when you have 10 runs on 6 hits given up. First pitch here, grounded over the second. Sanchez able to take the one-hopper over to Thiel. 2 up, 2 down here in the 6th. Yeah. Here comes Zephyr. First pitch misses outside, ball 1. Zephyr, I could have told you, was not swinging that pitch. Regardless, 2 up, 2 down on 2 pitches from Manny Morales. Outside ball 2. That's Morales. This is his 4th time pitching this season. Hasn't started a game. All 4 have come in relief. 4.1 innings pitched. In my mouth. Ooh. The 3-1 swung on a miss. Full count now. 2 outs for Manny Morales. As for Morales, he's given up 7 earned runs, 11 total runs on the season, most recently on June 20th. 0.1 innings pitched, 0 hit, 0 runs. He ended up walking 1 back in his last outing. He walked 1 here in the 6th. Down to the bottom of the lineup, Ryan Oftahar set to try and continue things off in the 6th. First pitch upstairs nearly gets away. 1 ball, no strikes from Morales. As for Oftahar, he's 0 for 3. 2 flyouts and a fielder's choice back in the 1st. 1-0's upstairs. Zephyr gets back in the 1st as McMurray thought about backpacking over to Thiel. He'll stay put at first. Zephyr. The 2-0. Outside 3-0 from Morales. Got the first 2 fairly quick. A flyout and foul ground for Sellers, then a ground out against Carver. Since then, it's been a walk and now a 3-0 count to Oftahar. The 3-0 catches the outside corner. A little bit of a questionable call there, but the home plate umpire gave it to him. 3-1. Lined into left field. That's going to get over the head of Daywall in front of Robinson. Runners would only advance 90 feet as Zephyr will head into second base. The 10th run rule will be in effect if the runner on second does come across to reach home plate. If Mocksville can't score 1. And we're up to the top of the lineup for Benamati. He's 1 for 2. He's walked twice, singling once, and he's fled out. First pitch misses inside, ball 1. One ball, no strikes here to the leadoff man. Fastball catches the outside corner, 1-1. One ball and a strike here to the leadoff man of Benamati. Upstairs. 2-1. Morales huffing and puffing up on the mountain. Could hear it all the way here from the broadcast booth. Trying to get out of the 6. The 2-1. Called a strike outside. Count evens 2-2. Down to the last strike here in the 6. We've had no stolen bases against tonight. Good sign there. There's been 72 total against Mocksville. The 2-2 curveball catches the outside corner. That sits them down looking. And we will play 7. Bottom 6 coming up right after this. Man on the mound now at the plate. That's Manny Morales. First pitch catches the top half of the plate, 0-1. Here in the home half of the sixth. The 0-1 catches the inside corner from Zephyr. Just like that, it's 0-2. Morales is 0 for 2 so far tonight. He struck out twice. The 0-2 here, grounded right back up the middle. Played perfectly. Salas firing over the first. Was he able to hold on? Firing and running right into Carver. Down on the ground, but gets up. Big collision there, just inside of the first base bag between Morales and Carver. Carver able to apply the tag, so out number 1.
James Spencer.
Here comes James Spencer. He's 2 for 2. Part of the 4 hits tonight for Mocksville. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Mocksville's most recent win all the way back on June 4th. This was their 3rd one of the season. It was a 15-5 win against Concord. Since then, they have yet to win a game, a 9-game losing streak, putting them to a 3-15 record. Already cut there, 1-2. So far, there's been 3 home runs hit for Mocksville. 2 from Hunter Daywall, 1 from the man at the plate of James Spencer. 1-2. Downstairs in the dirt, 2-2 now the count. And on deck is Luis Sanchez. The 2-2. Grounded over to third. Able to field it, Bullard. Firing it over the Carver. Picks it up, out number 2. 2 quick groundouts will bring up Luis Sanchez, who's 0 for 2. He's grounded out himself and flew out back in the 4th. First pitch offering here, grounded over the short. Salas on the backhand, firing it over the Carver, picks it up in time. Out number 3. 3 groundouts on the third base side. 1 in the 6th, 3 up, 3 down, going to the last inning. Top of the 7th we go. It'll be the 2-3-4 hole of Griffiths, Bullard, and Perez. Coming back here, top of the 7th. The set to get things started is Gage Griffiths. Griffiths is 0 for 1 so far. He's been walked twice, hit by pitch once, and flew out to right. He scored twice. First pitch here misses the heart of the zone. 1 ball, no strikes for Morales, making a 2nd inning of work. Line to left field, popped up, giving it a chase. Robinson In foul ground, not able to make the grab. Had enough pop to it, but not enough distance. Alongside being in foul ground. Long strike there, evens the count 1-1. On deck is Dylan Bullard. 1-1 downstairs. That's going to be blocked up by McMurray. Now 2 balls and a strike. Morales up to 22 pitches thrown so far as the 2-1's foul tipped off. Count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mox will be back in action on June 29th for the last matchup of June. That's going to be against the Post-8 Swines before the last game of the regular season coming July 3rd against this very same HiToms back here at Mando Field. Here comes the payoff pitch to the leadoff man of the inning, Griffiths. A 3-2 curveball upstairs, a leadoff walk. I'll bring up Dylan Bullard. As for Bullard, he's flown up the right. Had a RBI ground out and a RBI single alongside a walk. He was a part of 3 runs in the 4th inning. His 2 RBI double and end up scoring. Has a chance now, grounded to short. Daywall fires over to Sanchez. 6-4, able to get the leadoff runner.
Hey, he's got slide. Double play.
Fielder's choice there, 6-4. As I believe we now have a pinch hitter.
Maddox Perez.
From Maddox Perez. Get me over curveball, called a strike here from Morales. 0-1. As for Griffiths, he never slid going in the second base, had a chance to get interference, not called. As the 0-1's popped up right field side, Carter coming in on it, makes the grab, nearly overran it for out number 2. 2 straight out here for Mocksville, bringing up Luke Kimmery. He had 3 at-bats in 3 separate innings, ranging from the 3rd to 5th inning. Walked and had 2 groundouts. As for him, he's 0 for 3. Has an RBI back in the 1st inning. It was an RBI sac fly. First pitch, low and out, ball 1. If he's able to reach base, Salas will come up to the dish, who started things off on the mound. Then came into play short. Runner fakes the steal as the pitch is outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Bullard, the runner waiting on, that stands on first.
30.
The 2-0 low and out, nearly got away from Murray, able to keep it in front of him. 3 balls, no strikes here from Morales against Kimmery. Trying to get a quick inning here in the top of the 7th. Swing and a miss, 3-1. Runner takes off for second. That's going to be fouled off. We'll do it again. Payoff pitch as Bullard will have to go back into the first. And it looks like he's going to be running here again. Full count, 2 outs. Bullard still remains on first. Gonna pick off. Able to hold him on. Here comes the payoff pitch. A big pitch here. Fires home, grounded down the first base line, goes off the glove in the right field. Has a chance to score one over the right field's Carter. Bobbles it as a throw comes in the second for Sanchez. Not able to hold on to it, coming to third Jones. Keeps it in front of him. That brings home the 11th run of the night for the HiToms. 11-1 here in the 7th.
Salas.
Here comes Nick Salas to the plate. Pinch hitting last inning to float the first and foul ground. First pitch misses downstairs, ball one. As for Salas on the mound, he was solid tonight for the HiToms. 2 innings of work, 1 hit, 1 run. He walked 1 while striking out 2. That's downstairs, 2 balls, no strikes. Run on third's Kimmery. 2 catches the outside corner, 2-1. Downstairs 3-1. That's going to be blocked up by McMurray. Trying to avoid a 5-pitch walk. The 3-1. Get me over fastball. Brings the count back to full. Those are 1 pitch away from getting out of the top of the 7th while only giving up 1. Camry looking to be the dozenth run scored and take the lead to 11. Up and out, ball 4. Looks like Coach Lovelace is making his way out to the mound, as it looks like we're going to have a pitching change here in the 7th. Going to take a quick timeout here on Mocksville-Davie YouTube. We'll be back here to close out the 7th. It looks like Manny Morales' night will be done. 11-1, top of the 7th. coming back here, top of the 7th, only needing 1 out as we sit through 6 2/3 of the game completed. 11 runs, 7 hits on 3 Mocksville errors as Reese Jones will make his first pitching appearance of the season. First pitch misses outside, ball 1. He's been in the field 4 times so far on the season, has a perfect fielding percentage on 1 putout, on 1 total chance that comes back on May 31st against Gardner. Popped up, left field side, giving chase as a left fielder, able to make the grab. Robinson gets out of it on 2 pitches. As he fly out to left will conclude the top of the 7th for the HiToms. Bottom 7 coming up, Mocksville needing 10. It's going to be Williams, Robinson, and Carter.
We are in the bottom of the last inning right now. You can go try to score a house. We'll back it up now.
Ryan Robinson.
We'll be home. Bye.
You're not doing the bottom of the 7th?
Leave the camera up now.
sir.
That's your game, folks. High Point 11. Mocksville 1. We'll see everyone back here at the Bell Park on Sunday.